And welcome to our Qigong and our energy balancing practices. And it's our opportunity to balance our energy and reclaim our vitality. Let's just take a moment to arrive, taking a moment to notice what's right here, right now. And let's start with our breath, noticing the breath. Are you breathing with effort or ease? Noticing any sensations in your body, your tension level, your energy level. Noticing your posture and noticing your mood right here, right now. And let's begin our practice with a gentle bounce. Our feet are flat on the floor or the earth. Our knees have a soft, and we just begin with a little flexion and extension of the knees. And we're just going to do a little bounce here. Little gentle flexion, extension of the knees as we activate the chi and we prepare our body for the practice, lubricating the joints, the tendons, the muscles, a gentle bouncing, flexion and extension. We can even do some sighing out breaths or breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And through the activation part, you can choose to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then as we slow it down, we'll just breathe in and out through the nose. So this is our opportunity to detoxify as we bounce. The lymph needs movement to flow. And energy needs space to flow. So we're inviting in this balance and flow to our system through our gentle movements, the breath, the postures, our focused attention, sounds, vocalization. So just a reminder to go at your own pace, honor your body's wisdom. If it's available, bringing your hands above your head at any height. Again, this is a great way to detoxify as we open up the arms. We open up the heart, the lungs, the back, and just notice what works best for you. This gentle bouncing, my wrists are relaxed. We're activating the chi for balance and flow and harmony. And yesterday I talked about how vocalization can help activate the vagus nerve, which is our calming switch. So when we make sounds, sighing it out, yawns, chanting, humming, singing, all of that helps with our vagus nerve. The vagus nerve goes through the vocal cords. So let's give a little bit of a shake out here slowly. So when we make those sounds, it's a great way to connect with our vagus nerve, activate the switch of calm. Let's give a little bit of a shake out here. Another way to activate the vagus nerve is through a smile. So not only does it release endorphins, a gentle, genuine smile also activates the vagus nerve. So through our practice, just do a gentle smile. And even if we're faking it, the muscles get activated for our smile. The body starts to sense connection. So let's release the arms for a moment, continue to bounce, breathing in and out through the nose. Or you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth during this activation time. Ah. And when we do a longer exhale and make that vocalization, that's what helps to connect us with that vagus nerve, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, the calm, the rest, the digest. So let's bring the arms around the body. So we can do vocalizations throughout the day. We can hum, we can chant, we can sing, we can sigh, we can yawn. If it's available, giving a little bit of a turn here. And there's many sounds that we make with the movements. We'll add a few sounds today. And let's slowly bring the turn to a close. Release the arms, continuing to bounce for a few moments, knowing that this is a practice all on its own. It's a detoxifying, getting the energy flowing, feeling good. All right, let's release the bounce and tap on the top of our heads as we connect with these energy points on our meridians. We're activating the chi, we're balancing the energy. And if you find you don't like tapping, and some people don't, then hold that area for 10 seconds or rub that area for 10 seconds. Just notice what works best for you and switch it up. If you're in bed, I wouldn't tap, I would hold. Tapping is too stimulating to do in bed when you're trying to sleep. And then beside the eye on the orbit here, the bone, underneath the eye. Just feel into that on the cheekbone. This is a very grounding point for the stomach meridian. If you have congestion in the nose, the sinuses, this is a great one to tap. Underneath the nose, it's a beautiful calming point, a good one to rub or to hold. Underneath the mouth, between the mouth and the chin, and that little indentation there. Underneath the head of the collarbones, just below the head there, there's a little dip outside the sternum. You can rub those points. You can hold these points. You can tap these points. So just notice what feels best right now. It's close to my microphone, so I'm just going to rub them. This is the end of the kidney meridian. This is all about vitality. We want our kidney energy strong. And then tap or rub along your sternum. Again, my microphone's in the way. So this is a great way to activate our thymus gland. Our thymus gland shrinks as we age. We want to stimulate it. It helps our immune system. It helps us fight off infections. And let's come to the end of the collarbone, just inside the inseam. This is the beginning of the lung meridian. And the path of the lung meridian is basically from there to there. So just inside the inseam to the end of the thumbs. I wanted to show you that as right now we're tapping the beginning and the end points of the lung meridian. If you want, you can cross over to the other side. And it's great to stimulate the beginning and ending points of a meridian. But let's just stimulate those points. I have a little congestion, so this is great for the lungs. Let's cup down the left arm on the inside. We'll do that 3 times. And then we're basically going the path of the lung meridian. I'm just going to stop at the wrist. And then let's come up to the elbow crease right here. There's a beautiful immune point. So we're going to that area. And my hand is cupped. And then you feel a vibration as you activate the energy of that point. Let's do the other side now. Coming down the arm. We'll do that 3 times, cupping. I think that's 3 times. And then coming into the crease area again. Super helpful for our immune system. And you just feel that vibration waking up the energy here. So let's cup the top of the head. You almost feel a little bit of tingling when you do a nice, gentle cupping. So when I cup the top of my head, I'm very gentle as well. And I can slow it down. I noticed I was going very quickly. We can slow it down. This is a beautiful point for vitality. This is a yang meeting point. Placing one hand on our forehead, one hand on the back of our head. Let's just do that for a moment. This is calming to the nervous system. We're holding neurovascular points and acupressure points. This is something you could do for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, relaxing the shoulders. You can do this lying down in bed. This is so calming to the nervous system. We're just going to do this for a moment. We're still in our activation phase, but know that this is something you can do to calm your nervous system, holding these areas lightly. Now let's cup the back of the head. Again, doing it gently as we connect with the eyes, ears, nose, throat, the mouth. And our front hand is just soothing our nervous system. Now let's place our left hand behind our head and we'll go back to that calming point on the occipital ridge. Many of the meridians flow through here. In particular, the bladder meridian is connected to the nervous system. So it's a very calming thing to do. And sometimes people just naturally put their hands behind their head. They're naturally calming. They naturally put their hand on their forehead. They're calming. Let's cup underneath the left underarm. We're connecting with heart one. I've been doing lots of gathering of my practices. I'm doing a couple of workshops this month on relaxation and better sleep. So that's going to be my focus for our time together, and know that there's workshops coming up online and in person. Coming down to the side here, this is spleen 21. And I just wanted to say that the heart meridian, helps us with our sleep, the triple warmer. We work with our different meridians. Coming down, let's come down again. And one more time. So we're going to do many practices that help us with relaxation and better sleep. And we do a lot of them every day in our practice. So let's go underneath the right underarm, connecting with the heart meridian. So not only will I be doing lots of calming exercises, I'll be doing energy balancing exercises, coming down beside acupressure points that help with better sleep and relaxation, and lots of additional movements, energy balancing practices. Beautiful. Let's give a little bit of a rub to our tailbone area, our sacrum area, our kidney area. And this helps with our vitality, our longevity. It helps our nervous system, our reproductive organs, our spine, our brain. Very powerful to tap or rub these areas. If you have any issues, simply hold these areas or rub very lightly. So any disc issues, spine issues, lower back or tailbone issues, do it very gently. Pay attention to your body. And let's give a little bit of a tap here on the hip points. We're in that soft spot behind the bone there. A great way to get the energy flowing down to our feet. We're going to cup the front of our knees. If you have any balance issues, then you can do this seated. So cupping the front of our knees as we connect with the energy points. And then cupping the back of our knees. And then inside and outside the left knee. Inside and outside the right knee. And slowly standing up. Let's do a few hip circles. Energy likes to move. Energy likes to move in patterns. And energy needs space to move. So through our practice, we're making space for energy to move and flow, come back into balance and harmony. And we do it through softness and gentleness. Let's go in the other direction. When we're under stress, our body becomes rigid and constricted. And what we're doing is making space for our body to become spacious and soft and flexible, for energy to flow. And that actually strengthens us rather than being in that constriction. Now, I can't remember if I went in the other direction. If I didn't, we'll do it now. Otherwise, we're getting a little extra here. No, I think I already went in this direction. Sometimes I just can't talk and move at the same time. All right, let's give a little pause. I'm going to have a sip of water. And taking one hand, place it on the opposite shoulder, give it a gentle little rub. We're connecting with a meridian point here. And then what we do is drag it over to our opposite hip. Now my microphone's there, so I'm being a little bit cautious. Give it a little bit rub, coming through, and then we can just pull through. This is a cross-lateral movement. It's a calming movement. Notice my body just wanted to sigh there. And then let's do a belt flow where we're above our waist, we're at our waist, we're below our waist. So we're just releasing some congestion here. It's like a little massage to the organs. And then we can even pull it down off of our foot and then go the other way. Just soothing and smoothing. We're going right through the sacrum area, calming to our nervous system. We sit so it gets congested there. Beautiful. Let's take a pause here. Taking a breath here. And just noticing your feet, perhaps even gripping the ground or a carpet or the floor with your toes. And then release, soften. Soften your knees, maybe a slight little bend. Softness to your hips, lengthening your spine, drawing your chin in gently, allowing flexibility, breathing in and out through the nose, and tongue behind your top front teeth on the fleshy part, connecting front and back channels. And then let's activate our vagus nerve. Let's put a really gentle smile on our face as we breathe in gently through our nose and out through our nose. And let's make connection with our lower dantian, our main energy center, being reminded we're all part of this universe. We're all part of this earth. I am in the universe. The universe is in me. The universe and I combined together. Drawing your attention to your heart center. How would you like your day to flow? How would you like your weekend to flow? Set that as your intention. Placing your right hand in front of heart center, your left hand in front of your lower dantian. Breathing in, our belly expands. And breathing out, our belly contracts. This expansion and contraction. This receiving the breath and releasing the breath. The gentle smile activates the endorphins. It activates our calming switch. Let's bring our top hand out and down, our bottom hand in and up. The top hand always coming to the outside, creating an elliptical pattern, leaving a little bit of space between the hands, between the body. The moving of yin and yang. And just feel the gentleness of this movement through your elbows, relaxing your shoulders, allowing the hands to do the sensing. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let's do this mindfully for a few moments, and then we'll add a sound. And to support the vagus nerve, we can make a long, slow sound on our exhale. And if you're in a space where you don't want to make noise, you can do it internally and just notice that. So we breathe in, and the sound that we're going to make is she, S-H-E-E. Breathing in, she. Feeling the vibration, breathing in, she. Slowly on the exhale, she. We can do that for a minute or two and just notice where that vibration was felt. And let's bring our hands to our lower dantian, right hand in front for women, left hand in front for men. And if that doesn't feel right, switch it up. You can't get it wrong. Just notice your breath now. Let's open up to receive the breath of the universe, and then draw our hands towards each other to release and let go. As we receive, we do a little bend in our knees. As we release, we lengthen. This dance of receiving, expanding, and then releasing and letting go. And notice the expansion 360 degrees, supporting our organs, supporting our spine, the breath, the heart. Being reminded we can't hold on to the breath. We release it, we let it go. We receive the next breath, making space for energy to flow. The breath of the universe. And the breath is one of the most beautiful ways to come back to regulation, to come back to calm, to come back to balance and flow and harmony. So slowing the movement down, slowing the breath down, allows us to relax, to recover, to come back into balance and flow and harmony. And when we're feeling stress, the breath gets constricted. We're making space, we're opening it up by moving slowly with the breath. And when we're in overwhelm, it's often difficult to find the inhale, the in-breath. So if you're feeling high stress or overwhelm, simply focus on the exhale, and then the inhale will take care of itself. And just do your best with your exhale. It can be in and out through your nose. If you're finding that challenging, just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slow down the exhale to calm the system. The breath brings us into present moment. Intentional, conscious breathing settles our nervous system. It supports our whole body, all of our systems, including our energy system. Come back to the breath throughout the day. You can do it with movement. You can do it as a seated posture or even lying down. Keep coming back to intentional breathing to improve your health, your wellness, your well-being, your vitality. Let's bring this movement to a close on our next exhale. Taking a pause. And let's just notice the breath. Just notice if there's still an expansion in your torso. Maybe a little bit more ease. So the breath also helps the vagus nerve through the diaphragm, the expansion and contraction of the diaphragm, the movement of the diaphragm. Let's bring our hands together in front of heart center. We're connecting these meridian points as we do that. And we're going to do one last movement, and then we'll start to bring it to a close. On the inhale, we stretch our arm up and down, just gentle stretching. Our palm is reaching up to the heavens, and our lower palm is reaching to the earth. This is called connecting heaven and earth. And then we bring our hands back to center on the exhale. As we inhale, one palm stretches up to the heavens, the other palm to the earth, and it's just a gentle stretch. And then we can do a little bit of a bend on the inhale to get a little bit more action with the kidney meridian here. So stretching, we breathe in and we breathe out. And just notice you're making space here for energy to flow. Making space in the meridians, making space in the body. And we're doing it softly and gently. We can add that little smile as we breathe in and out through the nose. We're creating space. We're creating softness. And that is our strength. We're strengthening our whole system. Let's do it one more time each side. And if you notice it's challenging to come all the way up, just go as far as you can. Simply noticing, adapting, adjusting. And then bringing the hands back together at heart center. Now we can do a little bit of a gentle stretch to end this. If it's too challenging for you to bend over, then just simply stay here. Otherwise, I'm just going to do a gentle lean over to allow the back to stretch. So we can do a gentle lean over, take a breath here, and then we can just cross our arms over in front like we're weaving here. A beautiful weave, a Celtic weave. And then straighten it out, open up the hands, and just connect with the heavens, connect with the universe, connect with nature, and then scoop up all of those blessings and bringing those in to your system. And let's have our palms go out, and we'll do this one more time, where we receive the blessings of the universe. We scoop it in and we draw that into our system. And let's go upwards. We're going to create 3 hearts around us. So we just want to go up with the energy now that we're pulling it from the earth. We're coming up through the midline, surrounding ourselves with this beautiful energy. One more time. And then bringing hands to heart center, just taking a moment to notice. Are you breathing with effort or ease? What's your tension level like right now? Your energy level? And how do you feel? Just simply noticing. So much more ease at the end of the practice for me. Bringing your hands along the sides of the nose, across the forehead, along the sides of the face. And this movement soothes the nervous system. It connects with energy points. It's a beautiful way to soothe the body. We can do that for a couple of minutes. If it's available, bringing your fingertips to your scalp. If it's not, then simply smoothing over top with your palms. Again, we're connecting with these calming neurovascular points, acupressure points coming down to the neck, soothing the system. And we can do that for several minutes. Let's give our ears a bit of a rub. Mindful if you have earrings on. This is a great way to release tension. It's very stimulating. It's a great overall balance. We're connecting with our kidney chi energy. If you want to turn your head to one side, you can also release a little bit more neck tension. You can turn your head to the other side. Mindful if you have earrings on as you tug down on the ear. So you can come back to that as a great little bit of an energizer. Let's rub our tailbone area, our sacrum area, our kidney areas as we connect with our vitality. And then placing hand over hand at heart center, being reminded of what your intention is for your day ahead or for the weekend. And may your day flow with ease and balance and harmony. Thank you so much for joining me.